Hi, my name is Katrina Marie from beasewingteacher.com. Today's question is, how do I get started with my sewing teacher business? So, starting a new business can be a little bit scary. It can be overwhelming, but I feel like starting a sewing teacher business is one of the easier businesses that I've started. So I feel like it's the simplest thing that I've ever done other than starting an Etsy shop. That's pretty simple. But if I compare it to being a fashion designer is so much more work. There is production that you have to manage, seamstresses, you have to take the orders, you have to make sure that they're getting to brides or your customers in time. It's just a lot of work. And then having an online school, that's a lot of work too. You have to find students, you have to create all the videos and edit them. I actually have a course that teaches how to be an online course creator, and it's a 1-year-long course. It literally takes over a year to set up to do courses and all the work that goes into it. So I feel like being a sewing teacher is one of the easier ones to get started with. So I do understand that it can be a little, like I said, scary. How do you know which first step to take? So I basically broke it down into 3 steps here. And this is the steps that I teach in my program, Daydreams to Sewing Teacher in 90 days. So the 3 steps are planning, setup, and marketing. That's it, just 3. So in the planning stage, you want to decide who you're going to teach and what you're going to teach, what projects, and when to teach. There are a few more that we talk about. We really go into more detail in that program, but that's the basic, simple, getting started. Just figure out who you're going to teach, what time you can teach them, and what projects you're going to teach. So then the step 2 is setting up. So you're going to find a space, whether that's in your home or whether it is a rented space, or whether you are just borrowing a space from somebody, or just subletting, or going to a library or a school or a quilt shop. And then once you figure that out, you're going to get your equipment. Maybe in some cases they already have equipment and you can borrow it, or maybe your students are going to be able to bring their equipment, or maybe you want to invest in your equipment. I invested in my own equipment. So by now I have like 20 sewing machines, but when I started, I still had 10 sewing machines then because I was a designer. But you can start with 1 sewing machine. We talk about that later in a different video. So, and then decorating, part of the setting up stage. For me, it's always decorating because, I'm a clothing designer and by trade, and I like pretty things. So no matter where it is, I like to decorate. Of course, if you are setting up in somebody else's space, then you can't really decorate it. And then the last thing is marketing. So marketing is a really important part, and you can almost do this first. You can start getting the word out that you're going to be teaching sewing classes right away. Right when you have the idea, you can start testing to see what the market response is and who's interested, and then go from there and tell them, well, this is what I'm going to be teaching. So that's basically it. Those are the 3 steps to getting started. Now, of course, we can break those all down into a lot more steps, but from a big picture view, the planning stage, the setup stage, and the marketing stage. And if you do each one of those in a month, in 3 months, you're set up. So I hope that answered your question, and I will see you in another Q&A video. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Want to get my best training videos for free? I have a popular 4-part mini-series just for sewing teachers or those interested in becoming a sewing teacher. I'll share in video number 1, how to set yourself up for sewing studio success. Video number 2 is 3 classes to avoid and what to teach instead. Video 3 is the key to being a profitable sewing teacher. And video number 4 is the 10 low-cost ways to market your sewing classes. All you need to do is go over to beasewingteacher.com and click on the free training. Once you sign up, you'll gain access to start watching right away.